Hello, welcome back to Tarot for Ascension. I've been doing these weekly readings for the Ascended Collected, um, just seeing what our current energy is for the week. I use the Good Tarot to get our overall energy, and then I use the Rider Waite to get clarification. Um, so I feel like there's been some kind of big shift. So no matter where you are on your journey, um, there's been some kind of big shift. So I know along my journey, um, there would be endings to certain situations, and the universe always gives you time to kind of recover from that situation. So you may have just ended some kind of some part of your journey and kind of in this kind of quiet space where you're probably getting ready for the next part. If you're towards the end of your journey, there's going to be another big shift. Um, but wherever you are, there is some kind of big shift I feel like you've just been on, okay? So let's get our overall energy for the Ascended Collected, please, Spirit. So Five of Earth is Five of Pentacles. And then we have the call. Wow. So interesting on the bottom. Underlining energy. Okay, so I read the Good Tarot cards a little bit differently than the regular Rider-Waite cards. Five of Pentacles and the Rider-Waite, regular tarot, I should say, um, kind of has this feeling of kind of being left out, being abandoned. There's a sense of lack in some way. There also could have been some part of your journey where you're coming out of maybe some kind of isolation period. And if you can see this clearly, it's kind of like she's been alone. And I always see this little bird here is kind of like her speaking to spirit during this time of isolation. But in the background here, there's all this bright light where it's kind of like all she needs to do is turn around and walk into this, like the light at the end of the tunnel type of thing. But because she's been in like this dark period, but she's getting ready to turn around and walk into this light. So wherever you're at right now, you could have been in isolation for a while. And as I always say in my videos, you spend a lot of time alone in your journey because you're going through a major shift, a major transformation. That's what the ascension journey is all about. And I'm losing my voice. But what's beautiful is the call, which is like the judgment card. You've been through some kind of rebirth, okay? And now you're being called into whatever your next phase may be in your ascension journey, or if you're towards the end of it, you're being called to your soul's purpose, okay? Which I think is absolutely beautiful. Okay, so some kind of calling that you have here. Okay, so nothing else underneath. Five is also about change. So knowing that whatever situation you find yourself currently in is about to change. Also, we were talking about earth energy. You could have felt like you were in this energy for a long period of time. Earth energy is the slowest energy. Um, you seem like you're just never going to get out of it, but there is now light coming in and a way for you to go that light at the end of the tunnel is there for you. Yeah, you're being called, there's a rebirth here, an awakening, going into your next chapter. I find it interesting too. You see how this, it's kind of like, not dome, what am I looking for? Um, the same kind of, can't think, um, shape as this here. It's kind of like turning around and she's getting ready to walk through to this other side where this angel is calling her forward to come through this rebirth. Okay, let's get some clarifiers for this. Enough of my space here. It's collective. Okay, we'll take that one. Yeah, there's a knowing here. Okay, you have the high priestess. I feel like you've been sitting in this quiet knowing of that something else is coming, that something was coming, um, that you were towards the end of whatever part of the journey you were on. Also, you may feel like some of your gifts may be coming to the surface now. Yeah, death card. Wow. So there was definitely some transformation going on. Two major arcanas there. And death talks about not literal death, not always. It talks about some kind of transformation taking place, which is Scorpio energy. Yeah, there may have been a feeling of being stuck, like you could not get out of that energy for a long time. Wow. But look where you're going now into this Nine of Pentacles. It's kind of like a reward. Feel like you're being rewarded in some way after this time. Coming into your own, coming into some kind of fortune, a better way of living, where you were in this sense of lack before. Oh, you can't even see the cards, can you? I'm sorry. There we go. It's better. Where you were in lack before, now you're going to be in a sense of abundance. Look at this Queen of Pentacles. Beautiful. So it's like there's an elevation too, that it's not like you're going to stay also in this Nine of Pentacles. It's like soon you're going to go into this Queen of Pentacles. Like it's going to get better. Okay. So Page of Swords, pages talk about something new. So some kind of new information coming in. It could be by text, some kind of message, email, phone call. Something new is being communicated in some way. So someone could be reaching out to you, some kind of new information or some kind of communication, we'll say at this point. Let's see what else comes out. I also feel like how this page is kind of looking at this queen. Someone has been seeing your progress, has been watching you. Someone could have been watching you online, watching you go from this sense of being in this five of earth, this five of pentacles, and now in this nine of pentacles and getting ready to transform into this queen of pentacles. Mhm. A lot of Pisces energy here. So something that is hidden. Let's see what else comes out. See where that goes. It's also along with this high priestess too. That something has been hidden from you while you're going through this transformation. And it's kind of like you're getting ready to now find out what that is. Yeah, more intuition energy. Queen of Cups. Now, also take it, I feel like this is your energy over on this side. This Queen of Cups, it doesn't, gender doesn't matter, but there could be someone who has been watching you and that also has a lot of love and feelings for you. On here, wow, the Emperor. Okay. So, bottom of the deck, Hermit. Yeah, you've been in some kind of hermit isolation energy for a while. And I feel like now you're being called to come out of this energy, to come forward after this transformation. I feel like on this side, it's saying that you were kind of felt like you were in a sense of lack in this isolation. There's been some kind of knowing that you were going through this transformation. And then once you have walked through that light at the end of the tunnel, you're going into this Nine of Pentacles where you're kind of receiving a reward for all your hard work that you've done through that transformation, but you're not staying there. You're going to continue to build um, not on what you value. So it's not just money, it could be owning land, it could be making sure your health is at its best. It could be the Queen of Pentacles talks about taking care of house and home and yourself. Okay. So it's kind of about you, making sure you're okay. But I feel like there's someone over here on this side who's been kind of watching you, wants to communicate with you. They've kind of kept themselves hidden and they have a lot of feelings for you. But I also feel like this emperor um, is someone who doesn't easily come forward with their feelings. So they may have been kind of keeping their feelings hidden from you. And it's kind of like maybe possibly now they're ready to come forward and reveal those feelings that they have for you. But also note that their the feelings, their communication may be small at first, because we're here in this page energy. So it may just be a quick text, a quick phone call to say, hey, how are you? What are you up to? Things like that. And I think that's part of this, of what you value. You value yourself over here, but you also value relationships and what you can, but you want healthy relationships. And this person may be a little stubborn, maybe a little headstrong, kind of wants things their way, but I feel like they have so much feelings for you that they're willing to maybe be more flexible with that. Okay. All right, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you again for joining me, and I'll see you in the next one.